off this weekend? First of all, Betty. Hello and welcome to another episode of Franklin and Douglas, where we talk about current events and give you bad advice. I'm Franklin, and with me, as always, is my buddy Douglas. Double D, how's it going?
It's going fan-freaking-tastic. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you
Great.
so very much. You're so ridiculous. It was a good week.
Mhm.
I watched the World Series.
Oh,
Congratulations to the Los Angeles Dodgers, even though they did beat the Yankees. I would have thought that the Yankees would have put up much more of a fight than they did, but either way, they didn't win. But yeah, congratulations to them.
well, from the
It
pictures I saw, the fans put up a fight.
That's New York for you, boy.
Hmm.
Um, and it rained here
Oh,
this week. Yeah, like one day, like one random evening, I was like, "What's pouring down rain outside?"
huh.
So yeah, so we're getting into the rainy season finally. I was able to bring out some hoodies
Nice.
and bundle up, but I still have my fan going. So
Right.
oh my god. And let's see what else. Oh, I want to thank P. Diddy for just really and truly making it hard for us to buy baby oil.
Oh no. What happened?
So, first of all, as a 5,000-year-old vampire, I have to make sure that my skin is, perfect and nice and supple and just smooth. So
Sure.
I'm going in to the CVS to buy my supplies and stuff, and I get my baby oil because you have to do all that. And people just they're looking at you, and then this random lady freak off this weekend. First of all, Betty,
Yes.
you, you don't know me. Don't ever. So I'm just like, I just ordered this mess online. I'm never going out to the stores again. You know?
Like, yeah, Betty, we're getting greased up and sliding down the hallway.
Okay, slide down your doors. So yeah. Other than that, no, it's been a pretty good week. Like I say, it did rain this week, so it was nice.
Mhm.
And yeah, just watched the World Series, just hanging out, chilling. Did you have
Nice.
a good Halloween?
Yeah, so it's funny you mentioned rain already out by you. Out here, like it was actually really nice. We were
Okay.
low 70s, which, I
Oh, that's
remember,
cozy.
yeah, I remember Halloween in the Midwest being cold. We had snow one year, but it was nice out. Uh,
Okay.
Went over to my brother and sister-in-law's house. We handed out some candy. Well, my sister-in-law handed out candy. I was drinking beers with the neighbors, but I,
Sharing them with the kids.
but it was like quiet, not a lot of kids this year. Um,
Okay.
but like Halloween always makes me think of, how Heidi Klum always puts on these big outfits every year for Halloween.
Oh yeah, I think she was ET this year.
Yes. And it
Yeah,
was
that was
so creepy.
amazing.
Yeah. So creepy, but amazing. She dressed up as like ET when he was in the closet with the wig and the hat and everything, I think it was.
Right.
And her
Right.
husband dressed up as just a normal ET, which I was like flipping through social media and I saw ET and I was like, what the hell? And then like I had to like really look because her face is in the neck.
Right, it looked really creepy, but it
Yes.
was great. I was like, she always does it up really, really good. I like that.
But I
That's
think
good.
one year you and I should do a costume like that. Like you and I can go as like ET or something. Really do it up
Right.
one year.
What? Okay. We'll do that.
Right.
Oh, man.
But that
So,
was my week. Yeah. So that was it.
okay. Good, good. I'm glad to hear it. What do you have for us today?
Well, I thought since a lot of people are kind of wound up on edge with the election coming next week, I
Oh,
thought we'd
there's an
talk.
election?
Yes.
Oh, oof. Better
You'd be lucky
get
to
my
not
my
notice it.
notes out. Yeah, I
Right.
gotta get my notes out, figure out who I'm voting for, huh?
Well, we'll see what we'll do for the election next week. But I figured
Okay.
to kind of bring everyone away from it, let's talk about love. Like, who doesn't love love, right?
Me.
That's true, me also. So I wanted to
Okay.
talk about your favorite prison inmate and ex-zoo owner, Joe Exotic, aka the Tiger King.
Wait, what?
Yes. He's been out of the headlines
Okay.
for a while, and he's popped up in my news feeds. And like, you know what? This brings back great memories of when we were in the pandemic and we were on lockdown. And I remember you and I would like binge
We binge
stream.
watched that mess. You know we
Yes.
did.
And we did it through like Zoom, or we did it through some program where we could do it together, even though we were, different
It
ends of
was
the
Net
continent.
Yeah, it was Netflix. We kinda hooked it up like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is, he's still in jail for killing the lady, right?
Oh, he didn't kill
Or trying
anyone. He
Oh,
tried
no,
to.
okay, yeah, yeah. Tried to kill the lady, right,
Yeah.
right, right. But
Yeah.
she fed her husband to the what? To the alligators or
To
the
the
lions?
tigers, something. I didn't they end up finding him. I should have looked into that. I thought they eventually found the guy in like Cuba or something.
Oh, that's right. Well, supposedly.
Supposedly.
Anyway, I apologize. I'm just cutting you off here,
No, no.
but it's bring, it's bringing it all back.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
all this stuff was coming to my mind when I was like looking at this and reading these stories. I'm like, what did happen to Carol Baskin's husband?
Okay.
But you're right. He was sentenced to 21 years in jail in 2019 for 19 counts of wildlife crimes and 2 counts of hiring hitmen to kill Carol Baskin. Who Carol Baskin runs a big cat sanctuary. But Joe Exotic offered, I think, like $10,000 to an undercover FBI agent to kill Baskin. But now he's, in jail. He's claiming that he wasn't serious about it.
Uh, they don't think that counts,
No.
but
Yeah.
you just can't go out there. Hey,
Yeah.
when you kill somebody. Okay.
It was something like he told them like while she's walking into the mall just to do a drive by and shoot or something. It's like,
Oh,
yeah.
drive by. Okay. So
So
what's going on with him? So he's in jail still, though, right?
yeah. So
Oh,
let's
okay.
let's fast forward back into the present now. We're out of the pandemic. Joe's hanging out in jail. So he he just announced
With the Menendez brothers.
he's in Texas. I thought about that
Oh,
too.
okay, okay,
Or
okay,
with
okay.
Diddy or with
R. Kelly.
yes, R. Kelly, yeah. Wouldn't that be like a group of people to hang out with in
That would be
prison?
an amazing concert.
Oh.
Oh,
Well,
because Joe had a good couple of videos. Remember those videos he had?
oh geez, yeah. His music videos.
Joe was pretty good there. He's popular. All right.
He was quite the charismatic guy, and it shows while he's in prison because he just recently announced that he is engaged in prison right now to a man named Jorge Marquez, who
I'm
is
sorry. To who?
Jorge Marquez.
Oh, he's engaged to a man?
Yes.
Oh.
Joe Exotic is gay.
Oh, that's right. Okay, my bad.
We'll get into his whole lifestyle and past too. But
Wow.
yeah, so he found love in prison. Jorge is 33 years old, where Joe is 61 years old.
Ugh. Okay.
Hard times in prison is all I'm saying.
But bunch.
So Joe Exotic announced it on a post on Twitter or X, whoever you may favor, on October 28th, saying, "Meet Jorge Marquez. He is 33. He is so amazing and is from Mexico. Now the quest of getting married in prison and getting him asylum, or we be leaving America when we both get out. Either way, I wish we would have met him, or we wish I would have met him a long, long ago."
So, okay. Rewind. This guy's in jail with him. It's not like he just was a pen pal and now he's coming to meet Joe. He's in jail with him.
Yes, they met in prison.
Okay.
They
And
are
they fell in love.
Yes, they're in the Federal Medical Center, Fort Worth, Texas, is where they're both at.
Medical center?
It's called Federal Medical Center, Fort Worth, but it's a prison.
Okay. Okay. And he found love.
Listen, this is what I'm saying. How is Joe finding all this love in prison of all places? And this guy's attractive too. I'll send you a picture of him. But he finds these attractive guys on top of it all. Like how
Joe's a smooth talker.
he is.
He's a smooth talker.
Promise them a
Wow.
tiger ride and they're like, buddy,
Oh.
you know?
Ugh. Okay, so they fell in love. Were they cellmates? And because like, or did he see him across the yard when they were out
It
and
was
was
kind of
like,
like a
"Oh,
love at first sight is what I'm reading. The reports I'm reading didn't really say what their living arrangements quite were, like if they're in the same cell or they just met across the yard pumping weights.
ugh." Okay, and
It's-
like, and so he's in love with this guy. There now, can you just get married in prison like that?
well, so uh, Entertainment Weekly spoke with Joe Exotic over the phone. He told them we filed our official papers for the marriage license from the prison yesterday. Uh, but actually, they didn't say what day it was, but from yesterday when they spoke to him. So we're just waiting for approval. He has picked our December 12th date that we're hoping to get this approved by.
Oh, so that's like next month, because like today is November the 1st.
Right.
Next month. Wow. Okay.
Right. So, you could find love in prison too, get married. I mean,
I
right?
guess. I mean, you're a smooth talker like Joe.
Well,
He's doing it.
speaking of smooth talking, I thought I also look back and see because remember in the documentary, he was already like married to a couple other guys, and by the time
Mhm.
the Netflix show ended, he was engaged to another guy or getting married to another guy on top of that.
Right, right. I remember
So,
he didn't have any teeth.
oh, that was John Finley. So,
And he wasn't bad looking. He just his yeah, and then he got some teeth and now he's even more cuter. Yeah.
right.
So
So, so Joe Exotic has been married back in 1986. He was married to Brian Ryan, who passed away from HIV. Uh, then he got married to JC Hartpence, who helped him create the the traveling animal show that he was doing.
Mhm.
Then from the documentary, your friend that was missing teeth, John Finley, and Travis Maldonado, were Joe Exotic's third and fourth husbands. They got married in 2014 in that three-way ceremony, remember?
Okay, but wait a minute. Didn't one of them accidentally die from
Yes.
playing with the gun or something like that?
So that was Travis Maldonado. He's the
Yeah, yeah,
one
yeah.
that would died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. And
Mhm.
people there were saying that Maldonado did not think that the gun would have gone off.
Right,
So
right, right.
I
Yeah.
don't remember how
And
the documentary framed it, if it was suicide or not, but
yeah,
um,
they said it wasn't like accident or something like that. I just remember Joe was really upset about that. He was
right,
devastated. I
right,
think that was the love of his life right there. And
right.
he's been always trying to find that love again.
And then he married Dylan Passage, who was the one at the end of the documentary. They ended up
Right,
getting
right.
divorced in 2021.
Because Joe went to jail,
Right.
right?
Right. They said
And
that it was unfair. Well, they decided to divorce amicably. That was unfair to both of them. But if I remember, like
okay.
Dylan Passage was out partying and all that. So I don't know. Whatever.
No, no conjugal visits.
No, right.
Uh,
So so now he's in prison now. So
Okay.
in 2022, he got engaged to another inmate, John Graham. But that didn't last because
Yeah.
Graham got released from prison and he was gone. So then after Graham, he was engaged to Seth Posey, who won an online contest called Bachelor King. And winning the contest, he, got engaged, I guess, with Joe Exotic. But that also ended shortly after they got engaged because I guess Joe Exotic didn't feel that a
It was
Posey.
real.
Well, no,
He
he was
wanted
real.
him.
Another really attractive guy from the photos I saw, but that Posey wasn't doing enough to help get Joe out of jail.
So I think that's all he wants is he wants somebody to get him out of jail.
Right.
So he
So,
thinks that he's gonna marry what is his name? Juan?
Jorge.
Jorge?
Yeah.
Sorry. He wants to marry Jorge.
Mhm.
Jorge is getting out when? like in December?
Well, they didn't say that yet. So Marquez himself is serving time for immigration related offenses, including being in the US illegally. So,
Oh man. So
yeah,
they swooped up on him and picked him up.
right, which you're going to love the
And
next couple things I'm going to say here. So,
okay.
Exotic emphasized that Marquez has no history of violence or drug offenses, attributing his situation to the violence and poverty that's pervasive in parts of Mexico. So, Joe Exotic is, and I guess this brings us back to the election. He is hoping that with this election, whoever wins, it will help to get him out of jail and give Marquez asylum due to the violence that Marquez could face in Mexico for his sexual orientation. So Exotic also stated that it might be the best scenario if Trump wins, since Jorge has no record of doing anything wrong. And Trump is big on the legals. So, it's
Let me get my stuff out here. Hey, Donald, I need you to get Donnie will get him out. It'll be a whole nother Netflix show. Donnie saves the lion. What is it? The what I was about to call him the
Tiger.
Lion King. The, the Tiger King.
I did laugh because he also compared Marquez's situation to that of Melania Trump, who was not a U.S. citizen until a year after marrying Trump. So I
I
would love to hear
mean,
what Trump would have to say about like all this response to all this that
he
he's saying.
it's a beautiful relationship. It's wonderful. It's the best thing we've ever seen. Well, well, good for him. But like he's been in like 10 different relationships.
Insane, right?
Exactly. And half of them have been while he has been in jail. That is amazing. He's a smooth talker.
He is the Riz master. Whatever he does,
Oh,
because I mean, in my opinion, he's not the best looking guy, but whatever he's doing to just snare all like these young, good looking guys, like
he is the Tiger King. That's it. Well, that is very interesting. Well, congratulations there, Joe. Hopefully, it works out for him this time. He needs to find love, true love, and hopefully, this is Jorge is the one.
I, we'll see. I
Oh
mean,
my
so
god.
what would you, if you were in prison, what would your ideal mate be? Like, what would you look for while you're in prison? And mind you, you're probably gonna be in all women's prison.
A way out. um, yeah. No. You got to get yourself a crew. You can't be. You can't just be out there because they'll get you. So you got to be strong.
Mm.
You gotta make sure that you hook up with the right people. But yeah, most importantly, a way out. tunnel tunnel a way out,
I
like
mean,
Shawshank Redemption.
right. I mean, if I was looking for love, I'd probably go the Eric Menendez route. Find that one person that's giving me dimes, like
Yeah,
always
I
looking
need
out for
dimes,
me.
dimes, I need dimes.
And then
I'm
eventually you're in the
and
shower.
I'll be there. Yes, exactly, okay. I'll be, I'll be the one drinking the milk, though.
Oh, yeah, that was weird.
I mean, he wasn't doing anything but drinking his milk.
The
Um,
one day
yeah, I
I'll find
mean,
true love in the showers, just like that
that's
scene.
usually I'm vulnerable.
Right.
Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's good for him. That's
That's all I
great.
can say. Good
I
for him.
I know, I'm like, "Okay."
But that's all I had. So that was the newsworthy story. I mean, would be more if you look at Joe Exotic's X or Twitter profile, it's mainly him just pushing the word out there about how he's framed and all that. But
It's like, okay, so he's been in there for what, 5, 6 years now?
yeah, I believe so. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Huh, okay.
And he's in there for 21 years. It was supposed to be
Ooh.
22, but he got resentenced and it went down to 21, which like big whoop.
Oh,
But
good job. Got that 1 year taken off. Is he gonna be, is there, like, any possible chance of parole? Or,
that I don't know. I will have
should
to
be
look
getting
into
out
that.
pretty soon.
How do you
Hmm,
get parole if you try to hire a hitman to kill somebody?
sure, why not? It didn't go through. She's still alive.
That's true.
Yeah, he can get out now.
It wasn't a real hitman, it was an FBI agent.
Yeah. Now Biden can pardon him before he leaves office, so maybe we'll get that
A
sent
letter
out
to
as
Biden.
well. Hey, Joe.
Uh,
Oh god. Alright. What advice I mean, Joe probably has some good advice to give out. What advice do you have for us?
well, as always, we
Anybody
want to,
looking for us?
yeah, we get Joe in here to answer questions. Oh, as always, we want to remind our audience that we are not trained professionals and our advice should not be taken seriously. But what qualifications do we have, Franklin?
Well, we survived the Castros 2 for 1 night, and we didn't get kidnapped by that man in a van, so,
Hmm,
are definitely qualified to guide you through life's challenges.
agreed. So today we're going to be pulling our question from Reddit. If you'd like for us to answer your request for advice, please DM us on our socials or comment. Maybe your question will appear on our next episode.
Okay, go for it.
All right. So first one is from user Torts No Equipment. And they title their question as "How do I address my girlfriend who gave me herpes and she doesn't know?" It then goes on to say, "I'm a 21-year-old male and I'm dating a 21-year-old female. We've been together for over 4 years now. I've been getting an occasional cold sore for a little time now. I didn't know what it was, so I just let it back. I mostly thought it was a pimple. I'm naive. And now developing it again and finally looked into it online and looked at pictures and articles, and it's definitely cold sores. I know I got it from my girlfriend because she's the only girl I've kissed. Now, I don't know if she got it from a guy from before me or during our relationship. And I don't know how to address her with this because I don't want her to think I'm attacking her or for her to think of me as a gross person who has herpes. Any advice will help. Thank you."
Okay, a couple of things to, unpack here. They're both 21 and 22,
Both 21,
and they've been together for 4 or 5 years,
4 years.
and they already have herpes? Did he say so he said that has it on his lips, he doesn't have it on the genitals?
No, nothing on the genitals.
I mean, does she has he seen anything come on her? No,
Well,
he coulda picked up a can of soda from somebody else and got it,
right.
you
I,
know?
I think that's what people don't realize. You can pick it,
Hand, foot, and mouth,
right?
uh, you know?
Right.
But I mean, well, first of all, he needs to go get tested
Hmm.
and see if he actually has it or if he just, somebody who's popping up with cold sores. What is that? Herpes simplex 1 or something like that.
Right. I
Maybe
don't know.
maybe he has not got the full-blown 99 yet. Um, so
You're just level
he
one.
he's just level 1. He's fine. It's a cold sore. Put a little Campho-Phenique on it. Toot, toot, toot. So, and then stop stressing because that's how they pop up,
Right.
and if she's not popping up with anything, um, or she doesn't seem sick, I wouldn't bring it up. But yeah, if he's walking around with a big old throbbing, blustering cold sore in his mouth, why isn't she saying anything? She's still kissing on that?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You think she would notice that he had
I
these
would've
cold sores?
yeah, I'd have been like, "Bruh, what's that?"
Or is he like getting like one of those fake mustaches and wearing a fake mustache around?
No. He has that thing, and it's just pulsating.
Well,
But
thanks for that visual.
he yeah, okay. He needs to say something to her. 1, because if she doesn't have it and now he has something, he doesn't wanna give it to her,
Right.
right? Oh, he's in the same boat. But either way, it's disgusting.
I think he should like wait outside. Like if he picks her up from work, whatever, wait outside and get like a big poster board sign and just say,
Mhm.
hey, honey, we got the herpes. Something fun. Break it to
Okay.
her in a fun way.
All right. So, yeah, but and they've been on to get 4 years. Dang, they out there. She was
Well,
yeah.
first of all, like he's Googling this and he self diagnosed himself through Google, which as someone who also self diagnosed themselves with Google, it's not a happy road to go down. So
Okay, I've died like 20 times.
right. I've had HIV, cancer like a million times at this point.
Okay.
So you definitely need to go to a doctor and have a conversation with your girlfriend of 4 years and
Yeah.
just let them know, like, because she could have it and may not be presenting, sure. But if he has it, like you said, picked it up from like a can or something, or, you know,
Or, Joe Joe Exotic.
right. So, instead of sucking face with her, maybe go get tested.
Bleh. Yeah. It's the Yeah, that was a good one.
All right. So let's move on to the next one.
Mhm.
So this one is from the Am I the Asshole category.
Oh,
Yes. So this one, the user's name is throwaway14081. And they titled theirs, Am I the Asshole for telling my girlfriend I won't move in with her because her rent demands are unreasonable? So they go on to say, My girlfriend and I have been together for a while. While I make good money, my girlfriend actually had a house she's making payments on. We discussed moving in together, and she doesn't feel entirely comfortable adding me to her mortgage, even though we do want to get married eventually. I said, That's fine. I get it. This is her house, and she's been dealing with it for years now. But obviously, I don't want to be a kept man. I currently rent a place, and it's relatively decent for the price. Anyway, we were making calculations, and her demand on my rent for her is twice as much as what I pay for my own place. I told her that that is absolutely ridiculous. She claims it's what her house would rent for in the market, which is not inaccurate. But I told her that only works when the landlord isn't in the house, and that I that at most I'd be renting just one room. I could afford it if I didn't save as much, but it'd be too close for comfort. She says I'm making excuses, and I told her I'm not going to be paying that much. She insists she really wants to live together, but she said I need to pull my own weight. So is
oh,
he the asshole? What advice would you give?
no, she's the asshole,
Right.
and second, yeah, that marriage or potential marriage is not gonna work. It seems like they're always going out and splitting the bill.
Right.
She seems like, "Well, I only had water, so"
Right.
Um, yeah, that's kinda crazy. I mean, of course, if you're moving in with somebody, you should be splitting the bill,
Yeah.
but I mean, for her to gouge him like that, if that doesn't seem fair. And then also, if they're gonna be together, maybe they should be getting a place together that they can call their own. Because
Hmm.
if they break up, you know, he's out, you know?
Right.
So, she's not gonna put him on her mortgage unless they get married. At least I wouldn't.
No, right.
But I'm also not gonna charge you, you know, twice as much. Because is she paying anything more, or is she trying to save?
Well, I mean, this is the thing. Like, what she's paying in her mortgage, but yet what is comparable for rents in her area? Like,
Mhm.
landlords don't become landlords to break even. Like,
Right.
the rents for a house are going to be way more than what a mortgage is going to be. So, from the way I'm seeing it, is not only is she getting her mortgage covered, but probably her utilities, and she's probably making some money off this too. So
Yeah.
you've got someone you've been with for years that you're thinking about,
Mhm.
moving to the next step in that, but you're going to kind of gouge them and make it to a point where they can't even save money. Like, I don't
Right.
know, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm cool. If I was him, I would just like, "You know what? I'm cool on it. I'm gonna stay here, and in fact, cool on you." And, yeah, you and your mortgage can go somewhere. I would. It just
yeah,
doesn't sound I wouldn't get into that relationship further. Definitely wouldn't move in with that person and if they're having those unreasonable demands.
like
I
you
don't think
said,
I don't think that's fair.
Yeah, like at this point, like you still rent your place. She has her
Mhm.
mortgage in her house, and eventually, if you want to come together, one
Get
time then
something
get a
together,
house
yeah.
together. Yeah, and that
Right,
way you know how much the mortgage is, and then you're only paying half,
right, and then
and
she
not.
can go ahead and rent she can be the landlord and rent her place out for triple the amount.
Hey, what if she
See?
rented her place out and moved into his apartment?
Oh, and then she would have to pay his rent.
Yeah, yeah, charge her the market for rent for his place.
Exactly, exactly. People are funky. That's why I love being by
I was
myself.
gonna say this is why I'm single. People are
Okay,
out of their minds.
okay, dang.
They'll either murder you or they'll charge you twice the amount of rent.
Murder. Yes, that's crazy.
All right,
Poor
well
thing.
that's all that I had today.
Okay, well, good stuff. Thank you so very much for that. That was good things. I'm gonna read into that little Joe Exotic, find out. I think uh, I'm gonna say I'm gonna be a pen pal, find
Oh
out what he's
no.
doing.
I thought you were already writing the Menendez brothers. Now you're also going to write Joe Exotic.
They haven't written me back. I know they're trying to get out, so hopefully once they get out, I can talk to them. So I guess I'll start on Scott Peterson. I'll talk to him a little bit more.
We'll get them on the
Yeah,
podcast when they get out. Okay.
exactly. Yeah.
Well,
Well, thanks a lot.
I want to thank our audience again for listening. And once again, like, share, subscribe, comment, thumbs up, thumbs down, get the word out there. That way, maybe we can help save lives and give advice to other people.
Exactly. Exactly. And if you don't do anything, go out and vote, regardless of who it is for.
Exactly.
Respect everyone's opinion and who they're voting for. But at the end of the day, go out there and vote.
And
And
vote
yeah,
hoping that one of the winners will give asylum to Joe Exotic and his lover.
exactly. Because again, that's the main thing. That's important. That's on the agenda right now.
All right. Thank you again and
Thank
bye.
you again. Bye.